The Golden Rule Stuck in My Mind. Part 1. Bring Out the Gimp. A sci-fi novella by Valentin Bura. Full text provided for your entertainment and edification. I am right here, right now, and I am declaring this an official emergency, said Constable Little. This was a Somerset retirement village, and the residents were all in a state of terrible panic. The fire alarm sounded earlier, and then a bunch of guys dressed in black came by in black limousines. Everything is under tight control in our rest home, said the caretaker to Constable Little. Have I asked you anything, brother? Said Constable Little. Not really, said the caretaker. This one is a national security problem of utmost danger, said the constable. All right, brother, said the caretaker. So what would you like to do? He then asked. I need to speak to all of the residents. Old ladies, age 65 to the oldest there is, said the constable. There's about 30 of them, brother, said the caretaker. I really do not care, said the constable. There could be 90 of them. I don't care, he added. Bring them all over here, right now, he then said. I'll do my best, said the caretaker. Ladies, said the constable, I am officially dobbing on you. Your sons and daughters will have that info, ladies, he added. Your sons and daughters will know you could have fact bought them much more candy from the candy shop. Yet you did not, said the constable to the residents. Are the residents undergoing the necessary treatment for the program they are enrolled in? Inquired Little. Indeed they are, said the caretaker. I have told you every little thing is under control in our rest home, he added. Brother, I wouldn't be asking if we didn't encounter issues, said Constable Little to the caretaker. All of the residents are adhering to the medication schedule closely, said the caretaker. There exists no reports any of them are dodging their medication. We are much disciplined in our rest home, he added. Well, Grand Lodge is reporting many of the Gimps are malfunctioning, said Little. Well, this isn't from our end, said the caretaker. We are following the treatments closely, he added. Well, the engineering behind it has been tested, also quite closely. So I doubt the issues are of a technical nature, said Little. As I said, sir, medication schedule is being followed thoroughly in our rest home, concluded the caretaker. Bring out the Gimp, said Constable Little. Are you sure this is necessary, Constable? This will create a lot of mess. Plus, once he's out of the bucket, there's no guarantee we are able to fit him back in, said the head of engineering, Mr. Nash. You need to examine the circuits closely and check how they connect to the neural pathways, Mr. Nash, said the constable. As I said, it is likely we will lose one unit, sir, said Mr. Nash. These Gimps are malfunctioning, Mr. Nash, said the constable. We're back in testing, as it stands, he added. All right, said Mr. Nash. Marvin, take out one of units, will you? So where's this unit harvested from? Asked the constable. This is phase 2 of the project, sir, said Mr. Nash. Phase 1 was only disabled people and casual accidents. We had to pass it through various ethics commissions, you see, said Mr. Nash. All right, said the constable. And what was phase 2? Well, we're up to phase 5 as we speak, said Mr. Nash. But in phase 2 we started harvesting from orphanages, prisons and mental health wards, said Mr. Nash. In phase 3 we started treating the future units with psychoactive drugs. In phase 4 we started forced institutionalizations, while in phase 5, the current phase, we're focusing on subjects with high phetin content, such as witches, mediums, yoga practitioners and all sorts like that, said Mr. Nash to Constable Little. Well, we may be transitioning too fast, said the constable. Many units are malfunctioning, he added. In what way are they malfunctioning, sir? Asked Mr. Nash. There exist neighborhood phenomena that the Gimps did not pick up, brother, said Little to Mr. Nash. A lot of gang activity, antisocial behavior, and by that I don't mean just mere graffiti, said Little. Many of our lodges are being vandalized these days in a regular manner, and the Gimps don't send warnings, concluded Little. And you believe the reason for this is the engineering behind the buckets? Asked Mr. Nash. Sir, the buckets have been tested properly before deployment, said Marvin to the constable. Well, the facilities people are telling us the medication schedule is being followed closely, said the constable. There's nothing else to do than investigate the electronics behind this. What's going on in our electronics? Asked Steve, the commissioner. This is a multi-trillion-dollar project and we can't have the units malfunction, Constable. I've started by doing a thorough verification with our facilities, sir, said Henry Little to the commissioner. And what was the outcome of that? The staff are all well trained, they know the procedures quite well, and they all say that medication schedule is being followed closely. So then it can only be the engineering? Asked Steve. Have you ordered extra testing, Constable? I'm just coming back from there, sir, said Henry Little. We've taken out one unit and they're about to perform the neural testing. Aha, said Steve. Taking the unit out was in fact inconvenient to the guys over there, sir. Once a unit is out of the network, there's no guarantee it can be placed back in after testing, sir, said Henry Little to Steve. Well, it's just one unit. I'd expect we can replace it easily. It's actually costing us anywhere in between 300 Dow and 900 Dow per unit, sir. The intel work, the handling, the harvesting and the treatment. This isn't a cheap job. So you can imagine the guys aren't happy when I go tell them to take a unit out of the network, said the constable. Right, said Steve. How many units do we have in Auckland, Henry? Just an estimate? About 2,000 units to control entire Wellington area, and about 12,000 in Auckland, sir, said Henry Little. And we've implemented all of them? Well, yes. Theoretically, both Wellington and Auckland should be under control, sir, said the constable. Yet, there's glitches in the network? Yes, they are malfunctioning, said Henry Little. In what way? Asked Steve. It is more than 60% in the true negative, sir. They aren't picking up threats effectively, said the constable. And what are the expected faults on this one, Henry? Asked Steve. We initially thought the treatment wasn't enforced well enough in our facilities, so then the Gimps would fail neurologically, said Little. And you did investigate this, right? Right. The staff is well prepared in our rest homes and orphanages and hospitals. So now we suspect there may be an engineering issue. Well, do keep me posted, Henry. Grand Lodge is pressing me twice a day on this matter. All right, sir, said Henry Little. Now you may take the rest of the day off. But do check on the engineering guys first thing in the morning, concluded the commissioner. Do you see the size of these apples? Henry said Irene to the constable. This a sign from the Lord, Henry said Irene. We must be doing something right in Auckland these days, she concluded. Constable Little was visiting his sister Irene in the care home facility where she had been a patient for 6 years now. Irene was not an involuntary, it was just that her multiple sclerosis was getting in an advanced stage, and Little's family could not take care of her properly. I'm sure these apples are the result of some rigorous agricultural engineering, said Henry to his sister. They are from the Lord, Henry said Irene. You know I'm not superstitious, dear, said Henry Little. Yes, I know you well, Henry said Irene. It's all scientific thought for you, she added. Not always, but most of the time, said Henry. I think it is your job. A man is what he does, Henry. He becomes what he's doing is a regular activity, added Irene. Perhaps, said Henry. Perhaps. You know I am right on this, Henry said Irene to her brother. Yes, you may be right, said Henry Little. Yet we all must do something, otherwise we'd have no occupation and we'd starve, he said. Yes, but are you following the golden rule, Henry? Said Irene. What? Said the constable. The golden rule, Henry said Irene. Life is all about the golden rule.